Here's what's happening right now. Sunshine is back. The warm-up hasn't started just yet, but it is just around the corner. Paula?
We're in the middle of a rally in southwest Detroit with immigrants showing what it looks like when they don't show up to work.
Okay, Paula, but up first, President Trump defends his record and attacks the media during a news conference today.
The leaks are absolutely real. The news is fake.
More from the president's news conference coming up first at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Kimberly Gill in today for Karen Drew. President Donald Trump continues to conduct business like no other president before him. Mr. Trump called a news conference to name his new nominee for labor secretary, but it turned into something entirely different. Devin Skillion is in the newsroom, and Devin, the president showed he's ready to take the press on a variety of topics here.
Yeah, Kim, it was pretty rambunctious. After naming Alex Acosta his new nominee to be the next labor secretary, the president launched into a passionate defense of his new administration's record thus far, and at every turn he questioned how that record is being reported.
I turn on the TV, open the newspapers, and I see stories of chaos. Chaos. Yet it is the exact opposite. This administration is running like a fine-tuned machine.
President making that claim in spite of a string of setbacks, including lost court battles over his immigration ban and, of course, the resignation of his national security advisor, Michael Flynn. Reporters peppered the president with questions about Flynn's departure, also about reports that Trump aides were in contact with Russian officials during the presidential campaign. The president denied any improper contact, and he continually expressed his anger about White House leaks and how that information is being reported.
The leaks are real. You're the one that wrote about them and reported them. I mean, the leaks are real. You know what they said. You saw it. And the leaks are absolutely real. The news is fake because so much of the news is fake. Thank you.
The president spoke for an hour and 15 minutes, taking a lot of questions, took credit for a new optimistic business climate, also for the rising stock market, and the president said he would announce a new executive order on immigration, and that will be coming next week. Still sorting through all of the things that he had to say during that news conference. We'll have an update for you from Washington coming up here on Local 4 News at 5. A busy day for the president and for the reporters covering him, no doubt.
Indeed.
Kimberly, back to you.
Yep, indeed, Devin, and we'll see you at 5 o'clock.
Thank
you. And speaking of immigration, confusion and anger over President Trump's immigration policies inspired this protest today in southwest Detroit. It was part of what they're calling a day without immigrants, with businesses closing and workers staying home from work. Our Paula Tutman was at the protest and spoke to people making sacrifices to send a message today. Paula?
Yeah, hi, Kimberly. There really is a lot of concern in a lot of our communities, but it's really felt here in southwest Detroit. It is a huge community with lots and lots of immigrants, much like Hamtramck. But here in southwest Detroit, something like this has been happening. So we've been watching as people keep coming to this bakery, and normally it's open. Today, it is not. Today, this is one of the businesses that closed to make a very serious economic point. From high in the sky, the sea of humanity, our Chopper 4 pilot estimates the crowd at least 1,000.
We are united!
The meeting place, Clark Park in southwest Detroit. From the rally, the march. 3.8 miles from southwest Detroit to Mexican Town, past 72 businesses that shut their doors to show the economic impact of what happens when first and second generation immigrants don't show up to work, don't spend money, don't get paid, become invisible.
If immigrants are being shied away or taken away, it would affect the economy. And so just one day of solidarity to see how it feels in a community to not have our immigrant-friendly establishments open.
You hear them chanting, "Si se puede." Yes, we can. And what they're saying is, yes, we can make a difference to this economy. This is what happens when immigrants do not go to work. In the crush of people, Judy, a 27-year-old small business owner. In the lean winter months of her Dominican-style restaurant, she generates about $4,000 a week.
We're living in a moment in history that we have to have compassion, and that is very important, compassion and love. And closing down, for me, is a symbol of love.
Her friend Ray owns a Venezuelan-style eatery on McGraw. In 2 months, he has seen his business drop 80%. His customers, mostly immigrants, are simply afraid to go out.
Even they can go to take the kids to school because they worry about they're going to get immigration going to come after them. They can go to the park, they can go to, they don't even go out to eat.
Southwest Detroit Business Association did the math and estimates on the low end, 600 employees did not go to work, costing a minimum of $10,000 per hour in salaries and a total of $290,000 in lost service and retail revenues in only a 4 square mile area of the city of Detroit. Okay, so we've got those numbers, and that really is just a one-day snapshot. But Kimberly, I think the most surprising thing that I heard was from Ray, and he's not the only one, who says his business has dropped 80% in 2 months. And that's just one business owner. There are quite a few others. Stay with us. More coming up at 6 o'clock. We're going to talk to a woman whose husband's status is unsure. He is an employer. He employs people. He pays people money. He pays taxes. He's afraid to go out. He's also afraid to go on camera. She'll explain why.
Okay, Paula, we'll look forward to hearing your story coming up at 6 o'clock. We appreciate it. Meanwhile, protesters interrupted a meeting of Wayne County commissioners as they considered Dan Gilbert's bid for the Gratiot Avenue jail site. Today's meeting was scheduled to discuss the plan to build a soccer stadium at the failed jail site and to spend $1 billion to build a new jail across town. But right as the meeting got started, you can see their protesters stormed in.
All the jails in Mexico! All the jails have got to go! Palestine to Mexico! All the jails have got to go! Palestine to Mexico! All the jails have got to go!
Well, the protesters weren't against Gilbert's jail specifically. They want no jails, period. The meeting was paused for 45 minutes because of the protests. In the end, the county decided to go forward to review Gilbert's proposal. A final decision is expected sometime next week. A sex assault investigation at Michigan State University is moving forward. The MSU Police Department tells Local 4 it has submitted requests for warrants to the prosecutor's office. The investigation involves a female student and 3 members of the university's football team currently suspended from team activities. The Ingham County Prosecutor's Office will be reviewing the evidence to see if there will be charges. To be clear, no one has been charged at this time. Michigan Republicans are pushing to cut the state income tax, and eventually they'd like to kill it altogether. A House panel just voted to move the idea forward. The governor and state treasurer are both expressing concerns about the idea, as it would cost the state $680 million in the next budget year. House Republicans say it would help the average resident and spur economic growth. Okay, we are shivering through one more cold winter day before we head into a big warm up. Let's check the forecast with meteorologist Ben Bailey. Hi, Ben. How we doing?
Yeah, Kim, we got the look part down. Now we got to get the feel to get with it. And you can see here on the map those warm temperatures just waiting out here to our south and west. Right now, 62 in Des Moines, 59 out in Sioux Falls. It's already 72 in Kansas City and close to that mark in St. Louis. 70 is probably a little bit much to hope for, but we are going to see numbers well above average and may even get near a record too. Not tonight though. This will be the last time that we see temperatures drop below freezing for almost a solid week. More on that in your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes. Kim?
Okay, Ben, first at 4, we are on top of stories making headlines around the world, and we start in Brussels, where Defense Secretary Jim Mattis continues meetings with NATO allies. Today, Mattis says there's no doubt Russia has tried to interfere in the democratic elections of other nations, but he's hoping the U.S. and Russia can still find common ground. He added Russia must first prove it can live up to the same international laws that other countries follow. Wildfires have torn through the suburbs of New Zealand's second largest city there. The flames burned down at least 11 homes in Christchurch and forced hundreds of people to evacuate. Higher humidity was helping firefighting efforts, but at the same time, strong winds were fanning the flames. The wildfires spread over 4,400 acres in the city's hilly suburbs. New Zealand's military has been deployed to help fight those fires. Heavy snow is the problem in northern Japan. More than 3 feet of snow piled up on the roof of this home, and the roof finally collapsed. Sadly, the 53-year-old resident was inside and was crushed. Police and fire crews found his body after a neighbor reported that collapse. Still ahead, first at 4, big news about Pokemon Go. Players are going to be excited, others maybe a little less enthusiastic. We'll tell you about that. Also, if you've ever tried to get someone you love to stop smoking, you know it can be a difficult challenge. Research from Michigan State offers a new approach that might be more effective. But at first, more than 24 children have been hurt, leading to a big stroller recall. The danger you need to avoid and what you can do to get the problem fixed. That's coming up next. First at 4.
She watched coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
Someone in the U.S. suffers a heart attack every 43 seconds. Would you know what to do if it was you? Tonight at 5, I'll show you the 4 steps that could help save your life.
Okay, Doc. Well, in this Help Me Hank recall alert, we have a warning about nearly 700,000 strollers. Britax is recalling Be Agile and Bob Motion strollers with click-and-go receivers. A damaged receiver mount can cause the car seat to disengage and children could suddenly fall. The company says it's received 26 reports of injuries, things like scratches and bruises and bumps to the head. You should stop using the strollers and ask the company for a repair kit. We posted a link to all the model numbers and contact information on the consumer page. Just go to clickondetroit.com. And we have a credit card alert to tell you about. If you've been using the same credit card for years and years, you could be losing money. A study from creditcards.com finds 21 million Americans have never changed their primary credit card. Due to increased competition, many cards offer new cash back or other rewards programs. So if you haven't shopped around for a better deal, you could be missing out on some of those new perks. In good health, a new study suggests fond memories instead of fear could help convince smokers to quit.
I remember when I was a boy, surrounded by my mother and father, close to me in our house. The very color of the air in the place we lived was different. The smell of the earth was special, scented with memories of my parents.
A PSA created by researchers at Michigan State uses nostalgia to remind smokers of life before they tried their first cigarette. Those who viewed the PSA reported stronger negative attitudes towards smoking, especially women. Researchers say advertisers often effectively use nostalgia to sell products, but most anti-smoking messages are based on fear and guilt, and smokers often aren't buying the message. Okay, let's get another check on your forecast. Like you said, we've got the sunshine out there, but it's kind of fooling you.
So far, yeah. But you know what? This is sort of a, I guess, invitation to find your sunglasses and put the parka in the back of the closet, because those are well, at least the heavy coat's not something you're going to be needing here as we get through the next several days. Temperatures in the low 30s, low to mid 30s out there. Wind chills right now in the 20s. And this is going to be one of the last days that we're going to be talking about wind chills, because as these temperatures warm up, we're talking about well above average numbers and possibly even record territory, at least on one day, as we get into the 7-day forecast. So we have some high clouds out there. This looks a little bit more pessimistic than it actually is. A lot of these high thin clouds of sunshine is having no trouble getting around. And even though there is some precipitation up here in the UP coming off of Lake Superior especially, we really don't have any in the forecast. In fact, we don't have anything as far as precipitation goes until Tuesday, possibly, of next week. So the only thing we're watching tonight are going to be clouds, and those again are going to be fairly high and thin through the night. And even tomorrow, out ahead of a warm front, we'll see a couple of these high clouds stream in, not threatening in the least. And behind that warm front, that's where the real higher temperatures start to show up, and we start looking at 50s. And yes, potentially even 60 degrees before this stretch is done. And we'll start some of those warm temperatures tomorrow afternoon, getting back above average and staying there for almost a solid week. 26 tonight for the overnight low. And again, last time we'll be below 32, at least on the forecast map here, for about 7 days. Here's a look at high temperatures tomorrow. Better than we did today, and it will be with the help of that sunshine. 46 in Detroit, 46 in Dearborn. Clinton Township, you're going to be at 44 tomorrow afternoon. South zone temperatures, couple 50s. In fact, a smattering of those out here in Lenawee County, maybe as warm as 51 out in Morenci. Slightly cooler numbers here in Monroe County, closer to the lake. West zone high temperatures tomorrow ranging from 43 in Flint to almost 50 degrees down here in Manchester. And 50 is a little much to hope for in our north zone, but it is all 40s, so we've escaped the 30s here, even in Sanilac County. 40 in Sandusky and Marlette. Richmond, you'll be at 42 tomorrow. Rochester Hills finishing out at 43 degrees. And that is going to be our coolest high temperature that we have in the entire next 7 days. Beyond Friday, it's all 50s and even 60 degrees on Saturday. Morning lows bump up above freezing, stay that way through this entire stretch. And again, really the only chance of possibly getting a shower in here is going to be late Tuesday, maybe early Wednesday. So this entire stretch is coming with sunshine. Just a very enjoyable 6 days, really 7 days ahead of us, especially this weekend. Timing couldn't be more perfect. May see some morning fog here on Saturday and Sunday as we get that warm air over the cold ground, but that's really the only headache that we have to worry about here in the next 7 days. Kim?
And I wouldn't even call that a headache.
No.
All right, Ben, we appreciate it. Coming up, how does an average American college student score a date with a world-famous tennis star? Well, he couldn't have done it without Twitter. The rest of his story is trending today, and we'll have that coming up. But first, a Pokemon warning, why we could see another round of people running around Metro Detroit hunting for Pokemon. The story when we come back. But first, as we go to break, here's a look at how the markets closed for the day. Looks like a mixed day on Wall Street for the major market indices as the Dow extends a record-setting streak. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ pull back a bit. We'll be right back. Welcome back. In today's trending stories, get ready for a new round of Pokemon Go. We're told an update is expected to arrive this week with 80 new Pokemon to capture and some new tweaks in how you can capture them. You'll remember the Pokemon Go app was launched last July and became a viral sensation. So keep your eyes peeled for more people hunting Pokemon. Did you ever get into that?
I didn't, and I thought it kind of died out. So I'm a little shocked to see that this is still going.
Supposed to hype it back up, maybe, I guess. We'll see. All right, there's a new approach to Olympic medals in Japan. The government is collecting used cell phones and other devices in order to make medals for the winning athletes. Japan will take precious metals out of the old phones and use the materials to mint the medals for the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo. They kicked off the campaign to collect phones today. This is the first time all the Olympic medals will be made from recycled materials. So I guess it's a good thing to do with old phones.
Could be, yeah. I was thinking they may just put emojis on the medals.
On the medals instead.
Smiley face,
Smiley faces.
sad face.
All right. Finally, this is a great story. Talk about a dream date. Canadian tennis pro Jeannie Bouchard honored a Super Bowl bet she made on Twitter by going out with a New England Patriots fan. Like many people, Bouchard was pretty sure Atlanta would win when the Falcons were up 21-0. She tweeted about it, and a college student tweeted back asking for a date if the Patriots won. Well, the Patriots won, and Bouchard honored her debt. She took the student to a Brooklyn Nets game and even paid for the tickets, the flight, and the hotel. And look at him there, Ben. He looks like, I cannot believe that this is happening to me right now.
You think he's really a Pats fan, or he just wanted
He made it up to get a date? If so, that's clever. Charming young man. All right, still ahead. One woman thought she was doing a good deed by giving old clothes to charity, but she made an $8,000 mistake. Her husband's panic and how it all turned out. That's next.
She's a local Marine veteran, a sharpshooter who sacrificed for her country.
But over the course of time, things happened.
Suffering traumatic ordeals on overseas missions, now falling on hard times here at home.
She paid for it with a lot of trauma, a lot of PTSD.
A mother and father desperate for help for their military daughter before it's too late.
I'm prepared for a funeral.
The Defenders, tonight at 11.
All right, finally, first at 4, one woman's $8,000 mistake caused a lot of stress when she tried to do a good deed.
You know how this happens. One spouse goes through some old clothes, makes a donation to charity, but what Linda Hoffman didn't know is that her husband had hidden $8,000 in cash inside an old shirt.
That's right, $8,000. The couple panicked. Of course they did. Then they contacted the Goodwill. It took a while, but the shirt and the money was found Bob Hoffman was saving the money to take his wife to Italy when he retires. Can you imagine?
Even if he wasn't planning to do that, that does sound like a good story now.
$8,000, really. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for First at 4. We're back in a half hour with Local 4 News at 5. Inside Edition is next.